Hey there everyone, Hanyou here, and welcome back to, Steins Gate. Last episode, it was the end of the prologue, and there was a bit of a fourth wall breaking moment that was rather interesting. Turned out to be... It was a demi fourth wall breaking moment because it was then shown that he was actually talking to a game, but based off the way he was talking, it sounded like it was intended to be a fourth wall breaking moment, which I really enjoyed. Then the deviation or whatever it is happened, and yeah, that's what we're in right now. And it's very, very curious, and this is going to be a very interesting mechanic, I can tell already. So, carrying on from where we left off last time, the satellite that landed on the roof in the time period where we were originally in apparently hit the building that we were in this time period, whatever is going on here. So yeah, carrying on from last time. What the hell is that satellite doing? Is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? About that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean, what a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound. A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound, but I didn't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a zzz. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two. Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said, "No one got stabbed at Radicon." Wait, I didn't say anything yet. So for him to say that... Okay, that's... What? Hold on. What? That's intriguing. That's very intriguing. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted to UPX and released. Hold on, we have more tips. UPX, a major office building in Akihabara, fictional. Otaku, a term for a person obsessed with an obsessive interest in a particular topic. Hobbyists, most often referring to fans of anime, manga, and video games. But there are also train otaku, military otaku, electronics otaku, etc. I'm definitely an otaku. I like anime. Manga is hit or miss with me. Video games, obviously. Trains are interesting, but I'm not a train otaku. Military, I was in the military, but I wouldn't really consider myself a military otaku. Electronics otaku, definitely. I am, however, a weapons otaku, because I love them. I love swords, machetes, tomahawks, guns, rifles, all that fun. All that stuff is very interesting and fun to look at and read about and mess around with. But controlled settings, keep that in mind. Yeah. Offline meet. When members of an internet community meet in real life, alpaca. I'm not going to read the definition of an alpaca. So, if you don't know what an alpaca is, go take a biology class or something. Or, you know, open Wikipedia or something. And if you don't know what an alpaca is already, I feel sorry for you. And your education. Unless you're too young. Then it's excusable, I guess. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chuo Dori had been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. Excuse me. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radicon. All the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, I'm saying TO because it's very obviously an abbreviation of Tokyo instead of 2TV, are running special bulletins about it. In fact, I'm going to check that. Yeah, a television network based in Tokyo. TOTV airs more anime than other commercial television networks, making it a favorite among otaku. When a major news story breaks in Tokyo, most stations interrupt regular programming to deliver a special bulletin. TOTV is the exception, which has given rise to the joke, if TOTV cuts to a special bulletin, the apocalypse is nigh. I like that. The reason why I'm doing the tips so frequently like that is because I have a feeling that they're going to prove integral to like extra information, so stuff like for the plot and stuff like that. There's also some actual decent information in there too, which is fairly interesting as well. Some of it's general knowledge if you know anything about, if you've watched anime, read manga, or played any Japanese games and stuff like that, but others is like a little obscure, like the Taito, the where is it? Yeah, John Titor. Yeah, it's a little bit more obscure. Not everybody knows about that, but it is still interesting stuff. Yeah. So carrying on. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery?
そうか。
I see.
そういうことか。
So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare.
これもすべて。
This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God. But they underestimate me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. You can't afford a simple window AC unit, man. And if you're running a bunch of electronics, if you honestly consider this a lab, air conditioning is essential. Because it helps prevent your electronics from overheating and all that stuff, you know? Come on. You call yourself a genius. Ah, elixir intellectualis. A drink fit for a genius. Cola's better. Ocarine really... They abbreviate it in the translation, but she just said Dr. Pepper. I guess they didn't get the product placement or whatever for the English translation. Despite the fact they didn't mind editing the sound files. Okay, that's interesting. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Kind of agree with you there. I like Dr. Pepper. Though to me it comes second to Mountain Dew. But yeah. Step through the curtain, dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off-limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. Interesting. All the windows here were weather stripped with packing tape. It's so dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. Your electronics are gonna overheat, man. Then you're gonna have to not only pay for an air conditioning unit, but you're also gonna have to pay for new computers and all that other stuff. Come on, man. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models.
計画は計画だ。
The plan,
8号機の挑戦以外に何があるという
as
のか。
in the plan. Obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8.
ああ、そのこと。
Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant?
そろそろお前との付き合いも
We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're... And now we're going to the same university. We share an inspired bond like prison cellmates. That's taking things a bit weirdly, but whatever. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all, so 2 years?
細かいことはどうでもいい。
Details. The point is we've known each other a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here.
それは無理。
N-O-P-E. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. So are we any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8?
いや、まだ。
Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total number of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we've managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. But, hold on. There it is. It is fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, the Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Aura Aura? What? Gadget number 4, Mode Snake. Gadget number 5, once again I made a worthless object by Goemon. Okay then. Gadget number 6, Sialoom Saber. Gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball. Well, that's obviously a Ghost in the Shell reference, but whatever. Wonder how many of these are actually references. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. And we are going to go read the tips about this. Future Gadget number 7, a gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors into a sphere. Okay, so that was the thing on that shelf we saw. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk, which has an anime adaptation. So yes, it is a Ghost in the Shell reference. Sialoom Saber, a red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword, made possible not just with future gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge inspired by Spark Wars, a series of epic sci-fi movies. As a Star Wars reference. Once again, I made something worthless by Goemon. Okay, no, yeah. Lupin the Third. Why? For a second there, I thought that was a Digimon reference, but now I remember that was Guillemon, not Goemon. Created by combining a dryer and a vacuum. The dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Its name is a reference to the popular anime Lupant's the Third. Lupant's. Anyway, it's Lupin the Third. Lupin. Future gadget number 4. An instant super humidifier uses electric heating coils to quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters. That's fairly cool, actually. Though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds, it looks like a Claymore landmine. Well, that's a little disconcerting. Which appeals to military otaku. Its name is given reference to the stealth action game Metal Gear Solid Rising. Metal Gear Solid. Gotcha. Could this be Aura Aura? A lie detector based on thumb perspiration, though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector. If you have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. I actually don't know the reference here. So if anybody does, please leave a comment below. Let's see. Number 2. A CCD camera mounted to a bamboo toy copter. The camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. However, the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from sci-fi manga 22 Eman. I don't get that reference either. Bit particle gun. Okay, well that's obviously Mobile Suit Gundam. Mobile Jacket Gundam. The very first future gadget, a toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing it at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only supported button is Channel Plus. No other buttons, like volume, are usable. To turn the TV on, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime Mobile Jacket Gundam. Serendipity, the ability to discover something valuable while looking for something else. The microwave oven was born through serendipity. Microwave oven. A cooking appliance which heats food. Originally called the radar range. A microwave was invented when a radar technician accidentally discovered that electromagnetic waves could warm food. Afterwards, research continued and the consumer appliance version was launched in America in 1947. It emits electromagnetic waves at a frequency of 2.45 gigahertz. This is a special frequency known as ISM band, which is also used by wireless LAN devices. Consumer grade output is around 500 to 1,000 watts, and commercial grade output is around 1,500 to 2,000 watts. For those of you who don't know about microwaves. Website Darwin, scientific mad scientist genius. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous, he just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names, she says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote-controlled microwave. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty useful if you ask me. That's actually a little interesting. You put food in the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Viola, hot food ready for your arrival. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that sounds pretty interesting and a little useful. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual, when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. That is interesting. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. Mayu tried copying what... Yeah, we tried doing what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Bring forth the bananas. Are you gonna turn them into gel bananas again? That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them gel bananas? But gelbanas are gelbanas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, name subject to change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. Phone wave is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Let's press the phone triggers button to call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave, name subject to change. It allows to confirm the controller settings from config of the systems menu. Check my pants. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave. It allows to confirm the controller settings from config of the system menu. Okay, well, we're gonna end this here. It's about that time anyway. I'm gonna figure out what I need to press and stuff like that. I really hate that this is the one problem I have with this game. There's no control options, so you can't change key bindings, and you can't even look at key bindings, and if you can, I can't find them. That part's a little annoying. But that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future. And until next time, everybody, have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.